Now today on assignment, health delivery at the Chips compound at Nyakuikope on the Dwarf Island in the Afram Plains north of the eastern region is gradually collapsing with the invasion of the facility by bats. Now this has not only affected healthcare delivery, but the lives of health workers at the Chips compound also are at risk. Ajua Adobia Owusu was in the community and she reports.
Nyakuikope is about 2 hours drive on a motorbike after crossing the Volta Lake on a boat. The Chips compound in Nyakuikope serves about 3 communities. Residents have to travel about 2 hours to Germany, the nearest community, which is about 7 kilometers, to be able to access health care. The bats have almost taken over the entire compound, obstructing health delivery. The mammals have destroyed the ceiling of the clinic, where they assemble while emitting a shrill sound and a bad stench. Community members are not able to access the facility due to the stench that emanates from the center. The only health worker at the facility, Emmanuel Menu, says the bats usually appear at night and attack him, making it dangerous for him to even come out of his room, which is also at the facility.
The stench itself, you can't stay. We have been here for 3 years. At times we get sick and we have to go and seek for medical treatment.
According to the nurse, the car batteries used to generate power to refrigerate vaccines for immunization are all not in good state, compelling him to stop the immunization process.
The battery for the fridge for the immunization is spoiled since October 2017, and there's nothing like that. We have to go to the villages, sleep over to do immunization for the children. We have been doing this since October 2017, and there's no help from anywhere.
The chief of the community says several attempts to get the bats out of the community have proven futile.
We asked for support, but nobody came. So we decided to engage in communal labor to drive them out, but it did not work.
Also in Nyakuikope, the only basic school, which has 158 pupils, has 2 permanent teachers and 4 voluntary teachers who are paid by the community. This has led to the collapse of the junior high school, which serves about 5 of the surrounding communities.
2 teachers over here taking a class KG1 up to the level of P6. Taking them become a problem. 2 teachers taking all classes. So with that, parents have started transferring their walls to communities like Dropon. Then the SMC chairman is a student of this particular JHS because of the system of lack of teachers. When they post them, they refuse totally. And they find means of just leaving the district. That is why the JSS to have collapsed.
The chief of the community said parents refused to pay a contribution of 10 Ghana cedis, which is paid to the community teaching assistants.
Me job PTA, me task PTA to kono volunteer gaka jila woman vas daughter.
The PTA contributes to pay community teaching assistants, but due to economic hardship, some parents are unable to pay.
He therefore called on the district assembly and other civil societies to come to their aid.
Very heartbreaking at a time when health and education should be at the top of the list. Well, in the studios, Ajua Adobia Owusu has joined us from the newsroom, and she is the person behind this report. And so good to have you in the studios, and thank you for the good job you're doing so far. Also, I have Samuel Kwame Ajo. He's the president of Network of Hope, and he's also joined by Ian Kwame Asumeni, who is the media relations officer for Network of Hope as well. Good to have you all in the studios. Ajua, let me come to you first. When did this bat infestation problem start?
This is something they've been battling with for about a year.
Okay.
Before I went there, I was there somewhere in March, April.
A whole year?
Yes. And what they say is that they've tried every available means to drive the bat away, but it's not working. at a point they had to employ the services of even the community members to drive these bats away. That did not work. They had to buy some nets, hoping that that could solve the problem. So
nets to cover the ceiling?
Yes, but that didn't work. They were able to actually destroy these nets too, and they've been able to take most of the ceilings in the health center off too. So it looks like they've just given up.
For a whole year. I mean, trying to sack the bats is one thing, but had they tried to, communicate with some of the authorities to see if they could help?
Which authorities? Bella, what you should know is that this particular place you're talking about is on an island, the Dwarf Island. We have about 23 communities on the Dwarf Island. And if you should go there and you look at the conditions, you'd realize that it's more or less like abandoned place, because you'd have to go to that island to be able to give support to them. So it's very difficult for them to be able to come to the district capital to be able to seek for support. So what they have been able to do is basically in their own means. They said they have called on the authorities, but they haven't paid attention to them at all. So they haven't even been there to look at the situation to find out how they can even help solve it.
How many communities does the CHIPS compound?
About 3 communities.
Only 3, so not all the communities on the island.
Not at all.
So there are other health facilities in the other.
But which are about 2 or 3 hours away from where they are, and the only form of transportation is a motorbike. So if you do not have one, you would actually have to pay someone to take you there.
First of all, I know there's no electricity in these communities.
Exactly.
So how has the health facility been operating?
When they go to the district capital, they are able to charge car batteries and they bring it back to the place.
Which is like 2 or 3 hours away.
No, for that place, it's even more. And there's no way you can walk. You'd have to take a motorbike. So when they go to the district capital, that is when they have to cross that river to be able to get there. So they charge the batteries, they bring them back, and that is what they use in powering most of the things that.
How long do these batteries last? Do you know? Did they tell you?
Yes. For them, they said it sometimes take about 3 days.
3 days?
Yes.
And they depend on these batteries? Unbelievable. Let me come to you first. Tell me, when you heard about this issue and when you visited the place, what was it like for you?
All right, thank you. Okay, so for us, for Nyakuikope, what we usually do is we have our yearly projects that we do. And so we determine which region to do at each year. And so this year we decided to do Volta region. So we contacted a few of our contacts in the region. And then they made mention of Nyakuikope. And so I made contact with one of the health workers there. That was when I came in contact with Adobia. So that was maybe about 3 months ago.
About 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But you have visited the community?
I've not been there
Not
personally.
there yourself? Have you been there? No. Not yet. So you are now heading to the place. But you've got to report. I mean, based on what Adobia has said as well, this is heartbreaking, is it not? Yeah. Especially because now you're saying there's only 1 health worker left in the community. How many were there before?
You know, when I went to the district capital, I was told that a lot of health workers have been posted there, but they refused to go there because of the conditions. So only 1 person has accepted to be there. So he said he's been there for close to 2 years. Yes. So he's been the one there.
But he's unable to be effective, especially at night, because that's when the bats come out.
Yes. At night, he lives in the facility, the CHIPS
with the bats
compound.
in the ceiling?
Yes, with the bats in the ceiling. But they like darkness, so they usually come out at night. And because of that, he's not able to come out at night. He's not able to come out of his room.
So if someone is dying, needs medical attention?
Nothing can be done. And you can imagine the stench there. Even if you get there, bats emit some kind of stench. So the moment you get there, that is what greets you. You can't even bear it.
But he lives in there.
He lives
and
there.
that's already posing as a
health
problem for him as well.
Yes.
Unbelievable. But okay, so during the day he operates, so he has to go to the community, because I'm sure they don't want to come to the facility, do they?
Well, yes, they don't come to the facility most times, but they usually go to the community to do immunization. And he said they have even stopped because now they don't have anything to be able to go to the community to serve the people. They don't have drugs. They don't have, even the car batteries that they were relying on are no more in good shape. So they basically have nothing. So it's just the paracetamol and the few drugs that they have that they use in serving them. So they can no more go to the community. But if you come, then they'll do everything they can to help you.
But since he works in the health sector, it should be easy for him to contact his bosses to get some help.
Yes, he has. But as I told you, you'd have to travel all the way to that place to be able to help. The district hasn't been able to do that for them. So what he does is occasionally he comes to the district capital, and what he's able to get, he takes them back to the community to support the members.
I can't believe this. Ian Kwame Asmani is the media relations officer, and I'm coming to you on this one because at this point we're wondering what can be done, especially because it's a community that's completely cut off. What can be done to help these people?
So currently, as Nyakuikope, what we are doing so far is to solicit for funds.
Okay.
Yes, to renovate the place. So as I speak to you now, we are actually renovating the place. We are done with the ceiling. We are in the process of painting the place as well. We've purchased some of the items, that's the beds. We've also acquired some drugs.
Okay.
Yeah, so
we're not tearing down the whole building to build again?
No.
There's no need for that?
There's no need for that.
But the bats will still come back, won't they?
So we've acquired a bat repellent.
Okay.
Yes, which will be moving there as well. So.
But this is a community that has bats dwelling in it, right?
It's, it's not the entire community. They only attack the Chips compound, and they claim they don't even know where these bats are coming from.
Because previously there were no bats in the community?
No, not in the community, but in the Chips compound, which is, should I say, about 5 minutes walk from the main community.
Okay.
It's not so close to the community.
Yeah, that means something must be attracting them.
Exactly, but I could hear some sounds when I went. I could not see, I didn't see any bats, but I heard some sounds, and it looks like they're actually dwelling in the ceiling, so at night they are able to do whatever they want to do. So when you go there, you realize that there's a lot of tearing up.
That means that a lot more has to be done than just, providing bat repellents, because whatever could be attracting them could still be there.
Okay.
Yes,
right? Okay, you would speak,
right.
Mr.
Yes, so what we are doing is to, like she rightly said, because they've teared down the ceiling, we've redone that, or we've renovated that, and so we've sealed almost all the loopholes or the openings where they will have access to. And then with the installation of the ultrasonic bat repellent, we hope that the sound will at least drive them away from the facility.
Oh, they are driven away by sound?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so we're hoping that with the ultrasound bat repellent, at least when we install it some meters away from the facility, it's going to drive them away from.
But there's no electricity as well?
Yes, there's no electricity.
So
but that is more of a solar one, and it's more of solar. So during the daytime, it will charge by itself.
All right, so you're providing that as well for the people?
We already have that in place. So on the 28th of December, when we make our way there, that will be installed.
Oh, that's really good. But education is also now a problem. Because they have only 2 permanent teachers?
And 4 community assistants. What these people do is that they go to help the 2 permanent teachers there. I said earlier that because of where the community is, a lot of people refuse postings. It has nothing to do with just the health. It has to do with education too. Yeah. So most of the teachers refuse to go there when they are posted. And in fact, with that, the district education director was very, very worried about it. And it looks like they've...
The director didn't know what the situation was?
That he knows.
Okay.
In fact, for most of the communities that I visited on that particular island, most of them had even just one teacher teaching the entire school. So if it's from primary school to the junior high school, you have just one teacher doing everything.
With how many kids per class did you check?
You would have about 20 or 30 pupils in a class, and you have one teacher doing
handling
the
all
entirety.
of them.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes, and for the district education director, he said that he spoke with the national service coordinators, hoping that when national service persons are posted, because it's just a year, they would.
But who would want to go to a community that has no electricity? And I mean, they don't even have desks in their classrooms to sit on. We're complaining about lots of things when it comes to education.
For desk, I think because it's actually in a rural area, they've been able to manage desk, and they are managing.
Do they have
with
books?
that.
Do they have all those things available?
Books, no. So you realize that for one of the schools that I visited in one of the communities, Nyakuikope, over there, the teacher, there was this famous thing about a teacher using a stone. Yeah. It was a common practice there. You find most of them. For the Nyakuikope, you realize that the school is just primary 1 to 6. Okay. So once you get to primary 6, that's the end of your education. You cannot continue anymore because you'd have to travel about 2 hours to the next community to be able to have access to junior high school education. So the females, that's where it ends. For the males, some of them are willing to walk that long distance.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they end up getting pregnant.
Getting pregnant?
Yes.
Or getting married off, maybe?
Getting pregnant, actually. Because
wow.
For one of the ladies that I spoke to, she said, okay, the gentleman was willing to support him, even though the gentleman was also her classmate. So, yes.
So she was going to be the housewife whilst he continued with his education.
And then after that, wherever he goes to school, he's able to sell something and then bring it home to support.
When you aired this documentary, did the authorities reach out at all?
No, we only had some private individuals coming around. For the district education director, I spoke with him. I spoke to the health director on phone because he wasn't available. But for the district education director, I spoke to him and he was helpless because he felt that he's been trying. He's spoken to higher authorities, yes, and nothing has been able to come out of it. And so if we should get help after this story is aired, he'll be grateful. We spoke to the municipal chief executive too, and she said that yes, she's also trying. In the past, she has been able to do. They have issues with water too, so a borehole has been provided for. I think about 19 of the communities. Boreholes have been provided. For now, they are managing, but about 6 of them have broken down. So for such communities, they are still struggling. Yes, and she helped to bring these boreholes, and so she's still trying. So once they get the media support, it means that they are making a headway.
Let me come to Samuel, because, I mean, without this NGO, then these people may not have found any help or aid at all. And I'm taking you outside your comfort zone. Let's talk about the neglect of some of these communities and why this is happening. We have authorities who are saying, vote for me and I'll fix this, I'll do this and I'll do that. And then after they're voted into power, we barely see much happening.
Well, I would say it's all about our national priorities.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, during election time, you see these politicians making their way there with all the difficulties that we face. And so maybe as a nation, we need to reprioritize our...
But the NGOs are getting their priorities right. They are out there helping people. I mean, that shouldn't even be their job. The government should be the one handling all these things. We pay taxes.
Yes, so I feel that the time has come for we, the voters, to also be, for want of a better way, be wise about our choices, because these people still make their way to these deprived areas during election time. So why is that after election they are nowhere to be found?
Yeah.
And so then we need to sit up and say that these people don't have our interests at heart. And so then we need to be wise in our voting.
Ian, what are we doing to support education in that community as well? Or are you only focusing on health for now?
Okay, so as part of our vision, we identify areas in sanitation, education, and then health. So last year we did education with the Jolu Special School, where we donated school items. We also have branded exercise books as well. So as part of our donations, we'll be moving some to Nyakuikope to share with the pupils.
But what do we do to ensure that the health workers come back? Because we need them. They can't depend on only one person. 3 communities depending on one chief's compound, and there's only one health worker. That's a big problem. What are we doing to ensure that they come back?
The explanation given was that with the chips compound, we have certain parameters that is guiding them, and for what they have that is guiding them, they feel that okay, so with that one chips compound serving the 3 communities is enough, because these communities are actually very close, and so they'll be able to manage with that one chips compound. But that community is not like Accra, where you have a lot of people living in a particular community. So for now, it's manageable. It's just that they have to get good facilities. What they have available should be very good enough to serve these 3 communities.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope that the authorities will jump on board and do something. And we always talk about these issues. We seem to come back to the same problems over and over and over again. But of course, they say media gets results, and so we hope that something is done. But on the 28th of December, you'll be there to hand over all the things that you intend to. Okay, so we're looking forward to that. Yeah. You want to say something?
Yeah, we actually need more support, because what they need there, what we've done is just about 40% of what they actually need. Like Adobia actually said, they need the basic things at the facility to be able to save lives, like the drugs and then the beds. As we speak now, they have only 1 bed serving the entire community, and so we are reaching out to...
1 bed?
Yes, just 1 bed. 1 bed. So you can imagine maybe 2 or 3 pregnant women coming there to deliver. I mean, it's not the best. And so we are reaching out to, I mean, the general public and individuals who want to put smiles on the faces of these individuals.
I wonder how pregnant women, when they're due, I wonder how that is handled. So they have to travel all the way to the other
health center to be able to
on what, a motorbike?
Care, on a motorbike.
Wow.
So you can actually imagine the stress there, where somebody on a motorbike, probably by the time she gets to the health center, the baby
have lost the baby. Yeah.
Have lost the baby.
Anyway, so this has been a report by Ajua Adobia Owusu from the TV3 newsroom. And also in the studios, I've had Samuel Kwame Ajowu, the president of Network of Hope, here with his media relations officer, Ian Kwame Asumeni. Thank you so much for joining me on the show. And we're looking forward to some good feedback.
Sure.
Positive results as well.
Sure. We actually hope that you join us.
Definitely. But you were asking for people to support. So if they want to support, how can they get in touch with you?
Okay, so we have a registered mobile money number, which is 0557 936 538.
Can you just mention it again?
0557 936 538. Registered on Network of Hope.
Okay.
If you don't mind, we'd like to also say a very big thank you to a few of our sponsors. Serat Clothing, Incitation, Jenny's Perfection, Mr. Polo G. They've been very supportive of our cause, and we say a very big thank you to everybody who's been supportive.
Thank you so much as well for coming. And Papi Kojo will be joining us much later. Look forward to some exclusives from Miss G for entertainment as well. And of course, Crystal has that conversation about the Ghanaian Languages Festival. And so keep watching. It's TV3 New Day. We'll be back.
Girls na doso I had it. No dede I match it. Ebonu kube yebona atagwe. I had you. Obim pejenguma a hanche. A hansho ma abanti. Papi ayana yete do. We run sa. Ohuni kede yana a hase. Pina na wase amene ma tapi. Menum sam kuti de wa ma fe. Second Kenyan senyi ma bati. You draw and so amene ma banti pay. Life is a bitch come if you go share and jide na a had you day. Wallahi hey, new guy, but I woke up in a babaji pay. Wow, you this guy. You this guy. You this guy. You this guy. Everyone else na me na me fenchen. Papi men fenchen. Joey men fenchen. Or the can or the ba men fenchen. Obom ne minya kulumpa men fenchen swag. Tobalati. Agim neji na wo ohowati. Eshishu ne ditago no opolati. Eje bune benya no okowati. Wakase chona anti crop neko anti koko anti. My class 1 rap man twanchin. Minya makani biom na anti. I'm in a man want to pay. Life is a bitch, come if you go share and hear you na I had you day. Wallahi hey, new guy, but I woke up in a babaji pay. You this guy. You this guy. You this guy. You this guy. Send me and I miss that. Send me and I miss that. Send me and I miss that. Man, would they been more time or I ball up? They've been so time
The Bank of Ghana has introduced a new coin. It's a 2 Ghana cedi coin to facilitate business and ease pressure on the lower denomination banknotes. The new coin has a 10-sided bimetallic material with outer gold color and inner silver color. The front image is the Ghana coat of arms and the back image is the Jubilee House. It has a latent image on the front which changes from the numeral 2 to a star when tilted. At the back is the small lettering of Ghana to cedi in the gold area. Accept the coins and use them.
Osmosis Sachet Drinking Water Producers Association. Twitwa ensuo no na yakeka ye ho abom na ye disa ekoyi aba. Reverse osmosis na wote ye no. Fidie nwanwaso a eyi ensuo mu fiti nsuo ani krogen. Na wonom sa nsuo na sa nsuo no de ne mu nsuo ha. Te se ensuo a ye bubugu tuam no. Ene de wo sachet mze se abaye pepe a ensusuye bia enim. Na yakofa hyenso de aba ensonoma red and blue. Te se wo to nsuo anoma hwe ne hu se sa ensonoma red and blue ne bi da ho. Wo so wo ji nsuo agusto na kana de brewa hwe hu se sa reverse osmosis ahyenso de no ebi taleka so wuto nso ba ko mienu ana baga ko fi akonoma hwe ne hu se ensonoma ebi da ho ana ensonoma ne bi da ho de a na kira wo se afasa afidi a the friend reverse osmosis enti unuma wunya ehaw bia.
The TV3 SME and Funding Summit Accra edition is here again.
My name is Musa. I work with Cool Professional Makeup. We'll be at the TV3 SME Fair at the Junction Mall, Castle. 7th and 8th of December. Come and get all glammed up for a free makeup from our brand new professional makeup.
Date Friday 6th December 2019 to Sunday 8th December 2019. Venue Junction Mall, Nungwa, Accra.
4 days of massive sales, profit and discount on all products and services on offer.
Come by Ghana to grow Ghana. Free interviews on TV3, 3FM and Onyo FM.
Free health screening.
Free eye screening.
Free makeup and so many giveaways and surprises.
Register now. Please call 0241 272 606 or 0243 718 245 or 0242 334 754. The TV3 SME Fair and Funding Summit.
Expand your network, grow your business.
The surprise karaoke.
Hello, my name is Nasha Ko, and today I'll be your driver.
The fun. Get a jolly ride with your favorite celebrity on Lucky Trip. The fun is about to begin.
Lucky Trip, coming soon on TV3.
I feel good with the TV3 Wow promo. WAW, watch, answer, and win. Amazing gift items this Christmas. How? Keep watching your favorite TV3 drama series and answer our easy trivia questions popping up on your screen via WhatsApp number 054-115-9715 and win big this Christmas. Win fantastic prizes like GTP wax prints and other amazing gift items. TV3 Wow promo. WAW, watch, answer, and win.
Terms and conditions apply.
TV3 Wow promo. TV3 wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Experience all the fun, excitement, thrills, spins, and more on a brand new